When I went down into the audience, the civil society leader from Tanzania. So we've talked a lot about citizen-centered governance. From a civil society perspective, what does it mean for a government to be citizen-centered? And what are some, if I can say, some low-hanging fruit that we can use to make progress? Give us some concrete examples.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you for doing a great job. I think it's not easy. Thank you. I'm going to make you a fruit salad. So I'm going to end up with a fruit salad. You ask for long-hanging fruits, I'll give you a fruit salad. First of all, let me put it this way. I think governments are facing two big challenges, first of all. First, a tremendous and growing pressure to deliver goods, to deliver social welfare, to deliver improvement in people's lives. Second challenge, a plethora of options to try and do this. Some are technological, some are sociological, some are political, others philosophical, and other promises, but no a priori sense of what actually works. So they're in a bit of a search for solutions. For example, not only must schooling be provided, but kids must learn. It's not enough for them to go to school and not learn. Not only must people participate in a democracy, they must feel involved. They must feel like they're being heard. So this is not easy. Governments are facing, essentially, what I read somewhere, a series of wicked problems. And what are wicked problems? Not the evil ones, but difficult, complex challenges, which are inseparable from the environment. They involve us. We are part of the problem, we're part of the solution. The solutions are open-ended. It's not binary, you have solved it or you have not solved it, but it's either things are getting better or worse. So it's on a continuum. Manish said here that... Manish Bapna said that open government will not solve these problems, but you cannot solve these problems without open government. So solving wicked problems involves engaging people, right? Citizen-centered, and working together on a common purpose. Listening to your citizens is absolutely important. And I would argue, a second point, that we must somehow nurture the freedom to try and fail, but fail inexpensively. So listening to citizens allows governments to search for solutions, crowdsourcing, as it were, from a large number of interested parties. These are not disinterested parties. They are involved in this process. I would argue focus on outcomes, our government leaders. Focus on outcomes, but facilitate processes to get you to those outcomes. So here's my fruit salad. Number one, and it's all in the OGP recipe book, the permanent dialogue mechanism. That is a way that governments can listen in a permanent way to citizens. It's a talk shop, you co-create solutions, you allow people to fail fast and cheap, even just at the idea stage. Second fruit, the independent review mechanism. This is a way for us to evaluate honestly what we're doing and how we're doing, to learn quickly, and to move on confidently, having learned the lessons. So eating this fruit salad is healthy for us as a body politic. It's flavorful. The process is difficult, but it's energizing. It's low on fat and other forms of political lethargy. It's good for the body. It makes us fit. It makes us resilient. It makes us effective. So it can sound a little bit trivial, but I do not want to trivialize because I want to end up with something. President Hollande said two things which I really kept in mind, but one I want to repeat and sort of emphasize. When democracy is under attack, it cannot afford to retreat behind the barricades. And I would add, of indignation or fear. It must become more open, more inclusive, more engaged, more, not less.